All right, guys, I'm going to do a video real quick doing a build overview of the all-new 2025 Ram 1500 RHO. Just kind of want to go through some of the options, what's included, what's not included, and we'll kind of see the value this truck offers. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, guys, here it is. This is the all-new 2025 Ram 1500 RHO. A lot of people are asking, what is RHO? Some people want to call it Rhino. Some people want to call it Rebel High Output, Ram High Output, Remove Hellcat option. No one really knows quite yet. Is it a Rebel? Of course it's not a Rebel, but part of me thinks, are they going to make it part of the Rebel lineup? Because it's not a TRX, because the heart of the vehicle was the Hellcat engine and TRX. That's gone. So maybe they'll save TRX for something exotic in the future and call this the high output version of a Rebel. There's a big difference between the RHO and the Rebel. It would be like calling a Raptor a trimmer high output, but the trimmer F-150 and the Raptor are two different platforms, different suspension. It's a big difference. So we don't know exactly what RHO stands for, but a lot of thoughts. Could be Ram High Output or Rebel High Output. Anyhow, want to go through the build sheet, and I got some information from the dealers to kind of show you some of the different options. We all know this $69,900 plus $2,000 destination. It's going to get to about $72,000. So here's the options for the all-new RHO. So you can see the RHO Level 1 package is $9,995. There's not a lot of options. You got tow technology, trailer tow group, bed utility, and then they offer a power fold trailer tow mirrors, aluminum bead locks, tonneau, red interior accents, dual pane sunroof. Hood graphics, I like that they make that an option now, that you don't have to go with that if you don't want. And then you can get a tire carrier. It really, the options wise, look almost identical to a TRX, but they also are not adding a level 2 package, which is interesting. And they also didn't add a technology package. All right, now let's talk about the standard options for the RHO. As you can see, there's 6 pages here. I'm not gonna go through everything in detail. I will actually include a slow roll so you can kind of pause if you want. I'll just go through each page just like this so you can go through every single thing. And then I'm going to dial into the specific options that I kind of caught me off guard. And some of the stuff people have been wondering about, and I think they're going to be really happy, and maybe some not so happy when we go through what some of these options are. Okay, now that I went through that, I want to kind of share some of my thoughts on this. You can kind of see Hurricane high output, 392 gears, some different things. So this is showing a 400 watt inverter. These are standard options, but check this out. Right there. Here's your transmission question. The 8 HP 75, so it's not getting the TRX 95, but it's still getting a 33-gallon tank. Also noticed it's got active lane management, which is like a lane, maybe like a lane centering or lane keeping. So that's kind of cool. At least it's got that. Another option, I see it's got auto power folding mirrors, automatic headlights. It's got LED projector headlights. What's another option that caught me? You see this 12-inch TFT color display right in front of your dash, so that's good. It's got the dampened tailgate. It doesn't say anything about the exhaust system. It just says dual exhaust with black tips. Electronic locking rear differential. LED fog lights still. This is all standard options. It's got the Goodyear tires. Here's a question. So 7,800 pound GVW, which is the exact same GVW as a TRX. So this thing theoretically should have 150 to 200 pounds less weight or more payload than the TRX. Heated front seats, heated steering wheel, high performance brakes. This is interesting. So I'd be curious if this code is the same code as the TRX, or have they made a change to the braking system on the new RHO for the Ram trucks. That'd be interesting to know. You're still getting LED fog lights. You're still getting the LED footwell lighting. Level 1 safety group. You can see you're getting electronic wireless charging. Also, I noticed cabin filter. It's got an N95 plus bio HVAC cabin filter. That's kind of a nice thing to have, especially if you're going to be going off-road, keeping less dust in the interior. I like that. Interior of the truck, overhead LED lights. Now we go into this page. You can see it's got the park view, rear backup camera. I see nothing in this whole thing that says 360 camera. RHO badging, yep, we're not surprised by that. Remote start, keyless entry, that's good. Wheelhouse liners, tow hooks, trailer brake control. That's kind of nice. Trailer sway control, 12-inch Uconnect 5 nav, leather flat bottom steering wheel, leather shift knob, leather trimmed bucket seats. I've went through all 6 of these pages. I didn't see anything about ventilated front and rear seats or heated rear seats. What I read was heated front seats, heated steering wheel, leather seats, adaptive cruise, auto headlights, LED lights. I noticed when I looked at the specs, it's the 8 HP 75 transmission, 215 millimeter front axle, which I believe is the same thing as the TRX, and a 250 millimeter rear axle, which is interesting because I thought the Dana 60 that was in a TRX was a 256, but I could be wrong. And then your amp alternator looks the same. So the standard features actually on this truck don't look bad. The only 2 options I would have liked to seen was 360 camera and cooled front seats. But man, this is pretty packed full of content for the price range this is at. Now let's compare that to the level 1 package. But here's what they did that is interesting. The level 1 package, if we go through these different options, you can see 360 camera, power adjustable pedals. You get the passenger interactive display. That's that real cool display that's going right where the top glove box used to be in TRX. So if you're into that, that's coming with it. Oh, wow. This is new. It's got massaging seats in the front. That's pretty darn cool. I did not realize they're gonna have massaging seats on the RHO. This is looking better and better. Heads up display, power back seat for driver, drowsy driver detection. That's kind of cool. Apple CarPlay, disassociated touchscreen, dual wireless charging, ventilated rear seats, ventilated front seats, 19 speaker carbon hardened radio, carbon fiber interior accents, digital rear view mirror, full length premium floor console, rain sensitive windshield wipers, LED lamp, integrated center stack, traffic sign recognition, navigation, hands-free driving. So this is another area that's super cool. Offering hands-free driving in a off-road truck. Raptor was originally going to do this in 2021. A lot of us, including myself, are super excited. If you get the high trim package, you get Blue Cruise. Unfortunately, it never made it to market. My last truck had the hardware. It just never got the software to make it work. Ram's going to bring it out, so that's kind of nice. Heated second row seats, connected travel, I'm not sure what that is. Evasive steer assist, a lot of vehicles have that. Collision assist, a leather carbon flat bottom steering wheel. That's kind of cool, and it's carbon, so that's going to look really nice. Smartphone as a key. I've never used that, but I know a lot of people like that, and now they have the largest touchscreen display, which I actually have some mixed feelings on that personally. I'm not a big fan of Rand's big touchscreen just because I like the redundant buttons. If you want audio control, radio controls, or your HVAC, you can do it on a button. I think this looks awesome. I just don't think it's necessarily easier to use. Connect 5-inch display, 240 amp alternator. That's nice. Give you a little bit more alternator for some of your auxiliary lights, power tailgate, and your trailer controls. So there's a lot of content packed into this truck. You think about this. You're at 72 grand plus 10, 82 plus bead locks, 84. Let's say you want the dual panoramic sunroof. You're at 86 grand, and dealers are already offering $5,000 to $8,000 off MSRP. Get ready. Ram's going to sell a bunch of these trucks, and knowing Ram, they probably won't limit production. So there's just going to be a ton of these RHOs on the road. It's going to be a high value truck, and it's going to be interesting to see what Ford does to respond to this. So anyhow, I wanted to share these options. Now this is out. If you're interested in one of these trucks, you can call your dealer. I'm actually talking to a few dealers right now myself and getting some different pricing options. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm still going to be bringing some new content with the RHO because this is hot and heavy right now. So I'm curious, now that you've seen some of the options, you've seen the pricing, you've heard about the performance of the 3-liter Hurricane high output, you're familiar with the looks of the Ram, you know the interior, you're also a Ford fan, maybe you like the Raptor. I'm curious, what truck would you go with? Would you go with the Raptor? Would you go with the RHO? Would you go Raptor R? Would you try to find a used TRX? You know, there's a lot of cool options for people in the off-road community. It's pretty sweet. I'm pretty pumped about it, honestly. It's, you know, some people are not going to be happy about this, but I think more the merrier. I love seeing the competition in these segments and bringing these cool trucks. And between mid-size trucks with Toyota, Ford, GM, and their mid-size trucks for off-road, and now between Ram and Ford, they're continuing to fight for the 1500 series trucks for off-road. This is an awesome time if you're in the market for wanting an off-road truck. The bummer part about it that I see with this RHO is it requires premium fuel, like a Raptor R, like a TRX. But here's what's interesting. If you go to fueleconomy.gov and you type in the information, check it out for yourself. Raptor R doesn't show it requires premium fuel, but it does sort of say in your manual they recommend it, but it's not required. But if you look for fuel economy standards in the EPA, fueleconomy.gov, Raptor R, no, it shows non-premium, but TRX and RHO both show you're gonna have to do premium fuel. So anyhow, leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.